Hello everyone, welcome to another motovlog on my channel. My name is Marshall30498. Today's motovlog is going to be motorcycle related as it normally is on my channel. That topic, I'm going to get into a little gray area, and don't hate me in the comments after y'all start watching this video and after you watch it towards the end. Hear me out. My argument that, this is a thing you can argue it one way or another. My argument is of sport touring motorcycles are Japanese ones like this, the Yamaha FJR 1300 and the Kawasaki Concourse, compared to the European bikes like BMWs, KTMs, stuff like that, comparable, Trump Tiger. Are Japanese bikes cheaper to maintain? And in my opinion, of course, this is my opinion, it's not necessarily in concrete or in stone, but in my opinion, I think they are. And the reason I say that is a lot of your Japanese bikes, a lot of them, at least this one that I know for sure, doesn't have a lot of, real high maintenance intervals as far as like how short they are. Like this bike doesn't even have a valve check to like 20 or 25,000 miles. I've even seen pictures of these bikes with 100,000 miles on them that still show crosshatch marks on the cylinder walls, even after 100,000 miles. And that's saying something. Of course, you got to take care of your equipment to make it do that, not let it run hot, keep the oil change, stuff like that. But, most of your, the Japanese sport touring bikes, they're cheap to maintain, I think. They're not very complicated. Some of your BMWs and KTMs and Triumphs and stuff, and other names I'm probably leaving out. My apologies, but I just don't think they're that expensive to maintain. A lot of people, if you have some basic mechanical skills, can do at least fluid changes by yourself. I'm not the most mechanically inclined person, but if I can spend a little bit of time in the garage and save some money, spend a little time on my bike, get to know it better, so I know the bike underneath me is reliable and safe, then I'll certainly do that and save some money and use it for other stuff, like taking little day trips or whatever, little doodads for riding gear, accessories, whatever, put that money towards instead of, higher costs of maintenance as far as, having a dealer do it or a shop. But KTMs especially, one that I know of, they have lots of weird service intervals, and some of that, the main thing, my argument is a lot of the service interval cost and stuff are far less I think on Japanese bikes compared to most. Maybe they're a little simple to work on, like I said, but as far as the sport touring segment, I think it's really hard to beat a Yamaha as far as the Japanese ones go, because, yes, the Kawasaki Concourse is a good bike. I'm not doubting it. But if you really want to go sport touring, I think the ride position of the FJRs is a little more neutral as far as, not being overly aggressive, sporty. Plus, for some weird reason, Concourse, even the newest model, unless they've changed it in the past few years, they don't have cruise control. How can you have a sport touring bike without having cruise control? That's kind of just dodo brain, in my opinion. Like, what? You call it a touring bike, but it doesn't have cruise. And not that cruise is, huge, thing you have to have, but is it a nice thing to have? Absolutely, I think so. But I just don't think there's much better a bike out there for the money that can really, just to be a better bike than FJR. I've had it now for, 8 or 9 months. I've thoroughly enjoyed it this year so far, since February that I got it. I've not put as many miles on as I wanted to this year because of, everything that's happened this year in 2020. But, next year, who knows, maybe everything will be back to normal. I sure hope so. I don't know about everybody else, but I'm kind of getting tired of this whole nonsense of everything that's happened this year. But I don't know. I just kind of wanted to put that motovlog out there that I think, not only is the FJR 1300 the superior sport touring bike, I think, like I said, the Yamaha and Japanese as a whole are bang for buck, in my opinion, are just a better motorcycle and easier to maintain, easier to work on than somebody that's not as so mechanically inclined. Just a simpler design as far as some of the maintenance stuff goes. That's my opinion. My opinion, don't take it with a grain of salt for whatever it's worth. It's probably not the best opinion, but that's what I think. So on that, guys, thanks for watching today's motovlog. If you've not already done so, please subscribe and turn the bell on. I upload generally either Thursday or Friday every week, once a week, that is. Like I said, if you got any questions, your comments down below. If I do anything to answer any questions for you that I can, I'll do my best. But on that, guys, ride safe, have fun. We'll see you on the next one. See ya.